So my positive intention that I will start each day with is the cycle is broken. Hey everyone, welcome back to the video. Super grateful that you guys are here today on a Wednesday. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago at most, I did a video on how to create a personal development plan. Card in the top right hand corner. This video is going to be a 1 week update as I kind of promised. I'm still going to flirt around with the kind of concept of how we're going to approach these. For now, I'm just going to go over exactly what my first week looked like, and then kind of, if you want to touch on anything in the comments, we can go from there. But so today will be kind of a quicker video. Again, just kind of do an update for you guys. Feel free to drop down in the comments if you're following along, if you created your own personal development plan. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear where you guys are at. So let's jump right into this for this right away. Again, this is just the first week, so I'm just going to break it down by days. Again, you can reference the video I made about a week ago just to kind of follow along if you want to. So day 1 through 3, it was self-discovery. So the topic, kind of breaking down the topics within these first 3 days. Spend time journaling about your values, passions, strengths, and areas for growth. So as you guys can see, just to kind of explain, in red is just kind of like my answers as I'm doing this for myself, as I'm kind of go over and creating this 30-day plan, updating it, so on and so forth. So my values are family, which is prioritizing family relationships, my wife, more, succinctly, perseverance, persisting through challenges and working towards goals, despite the obstacles that, we may have to face. Open-mindedness, being receptive to new ideas and willing to change your views, and work ethic, being diligent, hardworking, and committed to your job or responsibilities. Again, these are just kind of generic stuff that I will begin to elaborate and add more detail as I go forth into the coming weeks of my personal development plan. And again, as I mentioned in that video, this is an evolving document, something that's going to change periodically. If you feel like any one of these answers that you're writing down in your journaling throughout the process changes, feel free to update that because you want to just kind of update it as you go. My strengths are that I never quit, I am passionate, empathetic, and I am very resilient and flexible. Again, these are just very basic, guys. You're just putting stuff on paper, and you can elaborate on your own thoughts as you move on into your personal development plan. My areas for growth is to focus on improving my communication in my relationships and to stay honest with myself and my loved ones. Those are huge ones for me. Relationships, especially with my wife, are a huge focus as to why I wanted to get a 30-day development plan started for myself, amongst other things, but that was a pretty important marker for me to improve on. The second tab here within the first 3 days, reflect on past experiences and identify patterns or habits that may be holding you back. So what I wrote down here, whenever I find myself in a situational depression, it seems to stem from holding in something, mostly feelings, because I have a hard time kind of explaining or admitting that I'm feeling something, whatever that feeling is, and sharing it with people, especially the ones closest to me. For too long or closing myself off emotionally. This causes patterns of self-sabotage and bad habits that contribute negatively in several areas of my life. It leads to poor eating habits, little or no desire to exercise, which causes further detriment to my body and mental health. As you guys can see, these kind of all these topics contribute to one another. They kind of compound. So if once you build on to 1 week, it's a snowball effect. It snowballs into week 2, it snowballs into week 3, so on and so forth. And I think you'll come to find that a lot of these things will become way more clear as you begin down this journey. The last part for day 1 through 3, set specific goals for personal development, focusing on areas such as emotional intelligence, resilience, and self-confidence. So my specific goals for me will be to continue to build on my emotional intelligence between my wife and I. So that's an emphasis on improving communication and sharing how I'm feeling, whether that's good or bad or everything in between. It's just the habit of communicating, not just like, well, how was your day, or the weather's crazy out there, right? So going beyond just the basic obscure things that most individuals talk about on the day-to-day, get deeper. And it's got, for me, it's uncomfortable. Again, your guys' plan will look different for you guys, but for me, it's uncomfortable because sometimes I feel like, well, how I'm feeling really doesn't matter, but I got to break that habit and just kind of force it out sometimes. So those are my goals for kind of breaking it down from an emotional intelligence standpoint. Continue to build my resilience with overcoming life challenges and any adversity that may attempt to slow me down. This will lead to an increase in self-confidence because I know that I can overcome any situation either internally or externally. So as I mentioned, guys, again, reference this video for any topics that you're kind of confused on as I'm reflecting here. The battle that we always face is really going to be the mental battle. The external battles, the life battles that you face are sometimes out of our control, but we can always control how we approach those things. And cultivating a positive mindset throughout all this is super important. Positive mindset is the next set of couple of days as we round up the week here that I'll just move into. Day 4 through 7, again, this is going to be your positive mindset. So practice gratitude by listing three things you're thankful for or grateful for each day. Mine are pretty simple and straightforward. The 3 things I am grateful for: my wife and daughter, my family, and the hardships that I have overcome in my life. Quite honestly, guys, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today without having to go through all the crap that I went through in my life. And I don't dwell on the past, but I definitely like to, it's kind of like being grateful for being put in the position to be better, because had I not gone through those situations in my life, who knows where I would have been, potentially in jail or, just not successful at all in any sort of way, probably stuck still working, fast food, or again, potentially nothing wrong if you guys are out there working fast food. I think there's always something to find within every job that you can, as long as you're really giving it your all, and you can manifest something out of it. But for me, it's always been a stepping stone to achieve bigger goals. So again, had I not gone through some of those, life obstacles, I wouldn't be able to at least continue to embark on the goal, on the dreams that I have set for myself. Second pinpoint for this second part of week 1, challenge negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. This one's huge for me. There's a lot of these things, and I'm going to touch on just the most important ones for me that I've struggled with for a very long time. That stem way back from when I was a kid. I will replace "I'm not good enough" with "all I have is all I need." I will replace "I'll never succeed" with "if you're driven to succeed, you're destined for success." The third bullet point and final bullet point: start each day with a positive intention and visualize your goals coming to fruition. So my positive intention that I will start each day with is the cycle is broken. I'm going to break that down just a little bit. This means that I have broken the cycle of depression, of poverty, of feeling sorry for myself, of procrastination, of my anger. I will visualize raising my daughter into a successful woman. I will visualize being the best husband I can be. I will visualize this channel helping hundreds, if not thousands of people overcome themselves. So yeah, this is just a breakdown for week 1. Again, day 1 through 3, self-discovery, and day 4 through 7, positive mindset. And you'll find, guys, as it's breaking down these days, you're just going to write down all these things as they're asked. So this doesn't mean like, oh, day 1 through 3, I'm only focusing on these tabs and I'm never bringing them up again. Again, this is an evolving document. You're going to constantly reference this with how you're growing and how things potentially change. And you can always elaborate on these points, moving forward. This is just to put something on paper. And again, once you get to the end of this 30 days, you can start another 30-day personal development plan that elaborates on what you've already built. And so you can kind of adjust it from there. You may not always need a 30-day personal development plan, but it's definitely good to take some of these key points as you go throughout these next 30 days and use them as stepping stones for your personal growth journey and to become better in every facet of your life. So yeah, that's mine, guys. Feel free to drop in the comments how you guys are doing, any updates that you have to look forward to next week. Week 2 will be the start of physical health and wellness. And as I said, some of this stuff, as I mentioned, if you've seen a drop in any sort of motivation in regards to any goals that you're potentially trying to achieve, and you find yourself lacking like the desire to go be physically active, physically fit, your nutrition and stuff is kind of coming to a screeching halt, this all has an effect on our overall ability to become better and put ourselves and foster that environment to become our best versions of ourselves. So yeah, that'll wrap it up, guys. Again, quick one. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, like button, and let me know how you guys are doing on this plan if you're following along. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.